What's going on, YouTube? JC Cowboys Network. You already know what it is. Back at you with another video. Man, this is exactly why I say Dallas is a bargain shop team. They bring in Dante Fowler. Okay, they picked up Dante Fowler from the Falcons. All right, a guy that was picked number 3 overall by the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2016. But he was traded to the Rams, and he was traded to the Falcons, so he was coached under Dan Quinn. Then we pick up James Washington, a guy that really didn't do too much throughout his whole first 4 years in his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We bring him in for a 1-year deal. Then we bring in Leighton Vander Esch. We already know what Leighton Vander Esch is, 26-year-old player, and we sign him to a 1-year deal. All right, then we also brought in Dorrance Armstrong. So we've been making a lot of bargain shop type moves. So my thing is, the stats never lie. I mean, the stats never lies. So we can take a look at the stats right now. Dante Fowler, okay, coming in from 2016, he was drafted top 3 overall and went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can check his stats right now. From 2016, he had about 4 sacks. 17, he had 8 sacks. And then 18, he played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but he was traded to the Rams in 18, so he had a total of 4 sacks throughout that year. 2019 was his best year. He actually really did really solid in 2019. He had 11.5 sacks, 58 combined tackles, 18 assists, so he had a solid year. Then he gets traded to the Falcons under Dan Quinn. And look at the measly numbers that he's putting in. 3 sacks in 2020. In 2021, you get 4.5 sacks. Okay, so you're bringing in another bargain type player that you really don't know about. You really don't know about this player. So it's crazy because from what I see, you know, they're just trying to fill in for the mistake that they made with Randy Gregory. But that's not the guy. Okay, that is definitely not the guy. Especially if you got guys like Jadeveon Clowney out there. Okay, you got Calais Campbell out there. You got Zadarius Smith out there. You have better players out there. You know, it's too many question marks when it comes down to Dante Fowler. All right, so like I told you, stats never lie. They never lie. James Washington, okay? So we're taking a look at James Washington. James Washington, first year coming out of Oklahoma State, where Des Bryant's from. Being drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he played all 16 games his first year, and he only had 217 yards of receiving. So he's probably like a 4th or 5th receiver on his team. Then you pick up, then in 2019, he has 44 receptions, 735 yards receiving, which is pretty solid for a 3rd wide receiver. All right. Then in 2020, he has 392 yards. They start taking him away from the offense again, you know. So, and then 2021, he has 24 receptions, 285 yards, and 2 tubs. See, it's so many questions. I mean, that sounds like Cedric Wilson to me. So, with this team, like, the direction and where they're trying to go right now, it's not really making any kind of sense because all it screams is 8-9 and 9-8, if you ask me. When you're bringing in players like that, 8-9, 9-8, you have to go get players. You got Juju Smith just chilling there. Juju Smith was chilling there at that time. He got signed by the Kansas City Chiefs now. But I'm just saying, the way that Dallas is trying to do business, they're trying to save money, but all it's doing is just getting you to 9-8, 8-9, and 1 and done in the playoffs. That's all they're doing right now. I don't know what type of role they will have in our offense and defense, but I'm saying you need better players when the games get very important. These type of players right here, they don't change games. They don't change games. They're not impact players to the point where it's so many question marks about these players. You can't throw in all your chips on these types of players and think that we're going to go into the season or we go into the draft like, oh, we can't draft this. We don't have to draft this position because we already covered that in free agency. These players ain't that good. They okay, but they still got more work to do. You know, so like I said, it's a lot of question marks that I'm having with the decisions that they're making. And bringing in a guy like Leighton Vander Esch. Let's get to Leighton Vander Esch. Like Leighton Vander Esch I mean, when I tell you, like, for somebody that can have one of the most dominant first years, and the second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year, you completely just fall off the map like that? Just completely fall off the map like that. Then you got neck problems too? Come on, man. Too many question marks. First year, so he's 26 years old and you give him a 1-year deal? That should tell you everything you need to know about him. Being that young and you getting a 1-year deal, it's too many question marks. So Dallas got to stop reaching for all these bargain players. Dorrance Armstrong is a solid player. But that 2-year, $13 million deal with 6.5 guaranteed, that screams a starter to me. And I'm not sure if he's a starter. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy because, I'm trying to get on here and post a lot of positive things that, I want to see, with the team, the way, Will McClay moves and bringing in good players and all that good stuff. But it seems like whenever we get to free agency, we freeze up. We freeze up in the beginning, and then once we get down to towards the end, towards the middle of the free agency period, that's when we start shopping. We start shopping, start spending money, start doing all that. Just for next year for them to be playing on a different team, or these guys end up getting cut in training camp, or these guys just not showing up when the games really matter. See, that's the thing. That's my problem that I'm having when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys. You have to remain aggressive. The players that you have right now, you can build around those players. You can build around people like Micah Parsons, a special talent like that. But you're not going to build around that player if you're bringing in guys like Leighton Vander Esch, that's already mad about his contract anyway. We don't need him. Cut him. Let him go. I'd rather have a new rookie in there do his thing, because there's dogs out there in college, man. I haven't really gotten, into the college linebackers like that yet, but I definitely will. But, I just wanted to just give y'all an update on this and let y'all know how I feel about this. Like, these players, man, like I'm not really liking the way that we're moving in free agency, and things gotta change. It gotta change now, man. Like I told y'all, man, I'm here for y'all to keep y'all updated and letting y'all know how I feel about all these moves and the stuff that the way that we've been moving and stuff like that, man. So I got to keep y'all updated. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. I'll be back for the next video. Gone.